Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Breakout by Matt Tressel. I forgot an announcement that before I get started on this puzzle, so I'm going to slice this in at some point in the intro. But if you use the Sudoku adventure tracking sheet, which I highly recommend you do, and you've cloned it, which is what you're supposed to do in order to personally track what you finished, like write your times and everything. If you've done that, you're not going to get updates for the sheet. And so you need to do one of two things. One is you can reclone the sheet from the link in the description. It has been fixed. And then you can just copy those two columns of what you completed. The other option is to fix it yourself. And if you look at the cover page of the tracking sheet, not the one you copied, but the one in the description. If you go to there and you look at the cover page, I have instructions at the bottom for fixing your copy if you want to do it that way. So both are going to involve copying some cells and pasting. So it's just a matter of what's easier for you. All right, back to your regularly scheduled Sudoku solve. So this is the final puzzle of our palindrome theme week. That doesn't mean we're no longer doing any palindromes, but we're going to return to our regularly scheduled puzzles. Although we are approaching puzzle number 1000, so look forward to what's going to happen there. All right, well, let's go over the rules to this puzzle. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have palindromes in the grid. Palindromes read the same forwards and backwards. So if this could be, for example, 151. It reads 151 this way and 151 this way. So just a little tip, what that means is that digits that are equidistant from the center need to be the same digit as each other. The center digit, if it's an odd length palindrome, the center digit can be whatever it wants without repeating anywhere. All right, and then we got arrows in the grid. Arrows are attached to a circle. The digits on the arrow sum to the value in the circle. So if this was 2, 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, we put a 5 in the circle. Now down here we have two different arrows that share the same circle. That just means that if this was 2, 3, 5, then this would also add to 5, say 1, 4. It doesn't mean the entire thing adds to 5 because it's two separate arrows that just overlap where the circle is. That's a way to think about that. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, hopefully the middle of this palindrome has been marked, so we can trust that. I'm thinking just immediately start coloring because there's a lot of opportunity for it. So I'm just going to call this green. Whatever this digit is, it repeats on the palindrome. So those are going to go down, and green's going to be in one of these two. Now, it can't be here because it would repeat up here, and there's already a green in the box. So it's actually both of these because it repeats on the palindrome. And then can we do more with green? So yes, we can, because green can't, so green looks up, this green looks in. Green can't be here because the other end of the palindrome is here, and that's in the same box as this green. So this is green, and then we can place the final green out in the circle. So one thing we can already tell is that this can't be a 6 because it's on an arrow. And then it's also minimum 3 because 1 plus 2 would be the minimum here. So these are 3, 4, or 5 only. And if this was a 5, this would have to be 6. So this is bigger than whatever green is kind of a conclusion we have already. Now let's just go to the next one here. Let's call this purple. We know it's not green because we placed all the greens. And there's also plenty of other reasons it's not green, like these box and that box. So can we do more with purple then? Can this be purple? That would go here. That seems reasonable. Put a purple here. And it would put a purple here. And in this box already has a purple. Yeah. So this is how that would resolve, and it would be perfectly fine. But we don't know that that's the case. Okay, so I don't think we can do more with purple. This is not green or purple. And it repeats here. So we can call that orange. Now, what do we know about orange then? We can place orange in this box because these look in. So that's orange. So orange is smaller than green. Good to know. What else can we do with orange? I can't put it here because that repeats there. So this is orange. So orange plus green is whatever this is, which I haven't given a color to yet. Can I continue with orange? Orange is one of these two. Yeah, so it can't go here. It would repeat there, and then that can't be orange. So the orange ends up here, and then here. And so we've actually finished the oranges as well. All right, next one. This is not, let's see, can this be purple? We have to be a little bit careful because this could be purple. Repeat here and here. This, though, it sees green and orange and purple, so it has to be a new color. So we're going to call this one red, and we're going to put a red here. All right, so red is either both. Okay, yeah, so red is with these. So these reds look up. Can't put a red here. It would put it in the same box as this red. And so the red is this palindrome here. And then red is placed here. And it's placed here. And we have all our reds placed. All 6 of them. All right. So now we could give a color to these 2. Because this row just needs those 2 colors. Yeah, let's do that. So let's call this yellow and let's call this blue. And then let's just take that where it goes. So this has to be blue. This is blue for this box. So then this is the yellow. This is yellow. So blue is yellow plus yellow, interestingly. In this box, yellow goes here. And this is the purple then, by process of elimination. Over here, we need a blue and a purple. What's going down here? This is purple, yellow. Okay, so this repeats here, so it can't be yellow, so it has to be purple. And this is yellow. And this is blue. And here we got a purple. And then here we've got a blue. And then here we've got a yellow. All right, so we finished the puzzle. We just, who needs numbers anyway? So these arrows are going to tell us what our numbers are. So we know blue is even. And it's definitely bigger than 3. So blue is a 4 or a 6. We know it's even because it's yellow plus yellow, in case that was unclear. So blue is a 4 or a 6. It's almost certainly 6, but we haven't proven it's not 4 yet. So we're going to put 4, 6. Who knows? Maybe it is 4. And so that means this is yellow is either 2 plus 2 or 3 plus 3 here. The only way this would be 4 is if this would be 3 with a 1, which actually seems to work out. If this was 6, we could do 4, 2, or 5, 1. That all seems to work out. All right, what else can we say about... Okay, 3, 4, or 5. So we can at least say that orange and purple are from 1, 2, 3, 4, just naively, because we max out at 5 here. There's definitely a hierarchy of size going on here, where yellow, orange, and green are all smaller than blue. And then green is also smaller than purple. So, okay, so I have 4 digits that have to be smaller than blue. So that means that blue cannot be a 4 because there's only 3 digits that are smaller than 4. Let me go over that again, right? So yellow is definitely smaller than blue. It's on an arrow that adds to blue. Same with green and same with orange. But we know that green is the sum of orange and purple. That means purple is also smaller than green, which then in turn is smaller than blue. So blue has at least 4 digits smaller than it, which means that it cannot be the 4 because 4 does not have 4 digits smaller than it. Therefore, it is 6. And therefore, yellow is 3. And therefore, this is either 4 plus 1 or 5 plus 2. Sorry, 4 plus 2 or 5 plus 1. None of these guys are 3. We can clear that out. This also isn't 3. Okay. The 2 doesn't work here. We can't do 2 plus 3 is 5. We can't do 2 plus 2 is 4. So this is 1 plus 4 is 5. So all the greens are 5. So this has to be 5 plus 1. And that makes purple the 4. And then this is just by process of elimination a 2. All right. Cool puzzle, Matt. I enjoyed that. Always nice to have like a coloring puzzle like that where you color the whole grid and then the clues then you can kind of deduce. I liked the deduction that we had 4 distinct colors that all had to be smaller than blue. Therefore, blue was not 4. So it had, but blue had to be even. So therefore it was 6. So the deductions kind of built on themselves, which was really neat. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.